Right now, I want to take you live to Birmingham, Alabama, and the press conference of Alabama head coach Gene Stallings.
Best I remember, I just gotten fired. And then for Bob and Dr. Sorensen to continue to give me an opportunity to coach at Alabama, it's something that I just can't tell you how much I've enjoyed. A dream come true for me would be to coach at the University of Alabama, and I had that opportunity. And to see the players over a period of a few years win 69 games and have a national championship and be in this particular championship game for every year that they were eligible to be in it. And yet with a little bit of a handicap of trying to recruit 11 players and 14 players and 16 players and that's sort of hard to do from time to time. I visited with the athletic director a few days ago, and we were talking, and he said, I would like for you to finish out your contract. But if you decide for some reason that you don't want to, the quicker you can let me know, the better. I went by to see him really before the Mississippi State game, and to tell him that I just had a feeling, and I didn't know why, but I just had a feeling that it was time for me to sort of close this particular chapter. I'm not closing the book. I'm just going to close the chapter, and I'm going to step aside and let somebody else coach the team. We've got well-qualified coaches on our staff, and I hope and pray that they'll be given consideration, and the staff has done such an outstanding job. I've appreciated the fans at Alabama. I mean, you can look the world over, and you just can't imagine the little notes of encouragement and things that I get day after day after day from the people in Alabama. I've appreciated my relationship with the media. I do a press conference every day after the practice, and I know for a 7-year period, the guys that cover me daily have never said anything that I've asked them. I said, this is off a record, and they've kept my confidence, and in this day and time, I think that's saying something. And I appreciate the relationship that I've had with you guys, and the players. You have to be in my position and to be able to understand what I'm trying to say about a relationship with the players and the relationship with the coaching staff and the faculty and the university. And you know, you say, well, why now? And I say, I really don't know why now. Other than I just think it's time to give somebody else an opportunity to experience the highs that I've experienced while I've been here at Alabama. It's, some may say I'm a little tired, but you know, for some reason, I'm really not tired. I find myself getting a little edgy. I worry about that. I find myself fussing more than I want to fuss, and I worry about that. And I just want the absolute best for the University of Alabama. And that's the reason I made that say. I think I've done a good job. I don't think there's any question about that. But the reason I've been able to do a good job is because I've been surrounded with good people. Sir Isaac Newton said it this way. He said, if it seems I can see further than most people, it's because I've stood on the shoulders of giants. And I have. I've coached the very best in the business. And I've had the coaches on my staff, the very best in the business. Since I've been at Alabama, I've never asked for one tool to be able to do my job that I hadn't been able to get. So I can't, with no misgivings whatsoever, I've loved my 7 years. For some reason, it was important to me to try to win 70. 7 in 7 years, that's 10 a year. For some reason, it sounds good. We're not there, but we're getting closer. I appreciate my family being back there. You know, there's Ruth Ann and Anna Lee and Laurie, Jackie and Martha Kate and little Johnny. We've got some grandchildren and Tim, my son-in-law, and I'm a very fortunate man.
Coach, I see your family here. You just mentioned them. Is that one of the reasons why, Coach, your family?
So as the press conference rolls on, you see the score 24-23. Stallings referred to his son, John Mark, who has Down syndrome, and that's been one of the great things we've seen from Gene Stallings. Very active in raising money for Down syndrome. Gene Stallings, the first coach to walk away, the departing coach, and win the Alabama-Auburn game since 1905. Let's go back to Chris in Birmingham.
Mike, thank you. That's right. 4 years ago, Pat Dye announced his resignation on the eve of the game, went out and lost to Alabama. But Gene Stallings goes out and he referred to a ranch in Texas, all those bedrooms for his kids and his grandkids, a fishing lake, a job well done, and a nice retirement to look forward to now. Bring back in Bino Cook for your thoughts. Bino, a national title for Stallings in '92. He's got a Super Bowl ring in his assistant with the Cowboys and a lot of great wins in between.
Well, he won a national title at Alabama, but I always will remember Gene Stallings for the public service ad on the NFL with his son with the Down syndrome. I will always remember that and the love he had for that son of his and how it came across in that public service ad. He won the national title for Alabama, and winning in Alabama, you have to win a lot of games. And he won this game tonight, and I think that he will be remembered as a great coach for Alabama, despite some of the criticism.
Criticism always comes with the territory, but you're right.